What a way to end the season. Back-to-back national championship and a win over Auburn. Now it's time to take a look at the awards. Congratulations to Kelly Bryant. He won the Maxwell Award. Our running back, Mike Weber Jr., won the Walter Camp Award. Congratulations to Jerome Baker for winning the Bednarik Award, Defensive Player of the Year. The Nagurski Award goes to our defensive end, senior defensive end, Sam Hubbard. Mike Weber wins the Doak Walker Award. Demetrius Knox wins the Best Center, the Remington Award. The Lombardi Award goes to Sam Hubbard and his 22 sacks this year. Jerome Baker is voted best linebacker in the country, led the country with 94 tackles. And Denzel Ward, corner, he wins the Thorpe Award in his senior year. And the best returner goes to Eric Glover Williams. So congratulations to all the award winners. And your Heisman Trophy winner for the third year in a row, Mike Weber Jr. Here are a look at all the All-Americans. Ohio State finished with 13 first-team All-Americans led by Mike Weber, left guard Michael Jordan, left end Sam Hubbard, linebacker Jerome Baker, Denzel Ward, and pretty much the entire secondary. Denzel Ward, Shaun Wade, Jeffrey Okudah, Jordan Fuller, all voted first-team All-Americans, and Eric Glover Williams was a first-team All-American returner. Here a look at the stats. Dwayne Haskins finished with 2,500 yards passing, 22 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions, but he was sacked 23 times on the year. Mike Weber finished the season beastly, 2,468 yards rushing, 32 touchdowns on 339 attempts. DeMario McCall finished with 661 yards rushing, and Haskins added another 418 yards rushing and 16 rushing touchdowns. Receivers, Ben Victor led the way with 46 receptions and 9 touchdowns, followed by Terry McLaurin with his 40 catches for 530 yards and 5 touchdowns. Austin Mack had 600 yards receiving. Johnny Dixon also had 600 yards receiving. But we say goodbye to all the senior wide receivers. We're losing 4 wide receivers this year, so it's going to be a lot of holes to fill. Jerome Baker led the team in tackles with 95 tackles on the season. Sam Hubbard finished with 22 sacks, followed by Nick Bosa's 11, and Robert Landers finished with 5 sacks. Interceptions, Denzel Ward and Kendall Shedfield led the team with 7 apiece. Shaun Wade and Damon Arnett Jr. both had 4. Jerome Baker and Wayne Davis had 2, and Fuller also had 2. Isaiah Pryor and Wesley May finished with 1. Here are more stats from the defense. Fumbles, Jerome Baker and Okudah both finished with 3 forced fumbles. DeMario McCall had 4 fumbles. It was funny. He had 4 fumble recoveries, but those came off of the kick sixes that he returned. Defensive touchdowns. We had a lot of defensive touchdowns this year. DeMario McCall had the 2 kick sixes. Kendall Shedfield took 2 back to the house, followed by Wade, Arnett, and a host of others. And look at the return yards Eric Glover Williams had. He finished with 1,900 yards returning with 4 kickoff returns for touchdowns. 108 was his longest return. To the offseason we go. As you can see, we lost our offensive coordinator and our defensive coordinator and replaced them with 2 guys that were fired from their last jobs. Dorian was fired from NC State and Kando was fired from Toledo. But they come in with great numbers, and it's going to be interesting to see how they will fit into this Ohio State offense and defense. To players leaving, we had 5 juniors that wanted to declare early for the draft. We were able to talk Michael Jordan, Wayne Davis, Justin Hilliard, and A.J. Alexander all into staying, and we let Joe Burrow declare for the NFL draft. And here's a look at all the players drafted. In total, we had 11 players drafted. Hubbard and Ward go in the first round, followed by Baker, Booker, and Prince in the second round. Pridgeton and McLaurin go in the third. Knox and Williams, 6th round picks, which is crazy. I thought Knox would definitely be a second round pick. Burrow and Paris Campbell both drafted in the 7th round. Now it's the time to look at recruiting. Here is our recruiting board. We have 10 prospects still on our recruiting board. So let's see who we end up with. The biggest person that we want to get is Dan Townsend at wide receiver. Manny Cox would be a great addition to the defensive line that's already stacked. Lee would be a great addition too. He's an athlete, but he's projected to be a defensive tackle. Tim Madison is a solid athlete. He could play a number of roles on this team. Matt McGee would be a depth player at defensive end. Lamar Ray would be a great addition to the wide receiver spot. because we lost, 3 senior wide receivers, so we're looking for more depth at the position. So who will be coming to Ohio State? We got Tim Jackson, Lamar May, Lee, and Matt McGee, and Tim Madison, the strong safety, all will be coming to Ohio State in the fall. Danny Townsend and Manny Cox decided to go elsewhere. We finished with the number 2 recruiting class behind Alabama. And here is a look at the training results. The biggest jump has to be Dwayne Haskins. He jumps up to a 95 with great training. Demario McCall is a 96 now. Our wide receiving core gets even better. KJ Hill, Ben Victor, and Austin Mack will take over those reins. The offensive line might be our weakest spot, especially at right tackle, but the defensive line is still looking strong, led by Nick Bosa and Draymond Jones and Devon Hamilton. Our linebacker core is young and fast. Barrett Browning will be taking over the middle linebacker spot. And our secondary is going to be beastly. We have 4 corners over 96 overall. It's going to be fun to watch these teams try to pass the ball on these corners. And our safety depth is deep as well. Jordan Fuller is back, so is Jeffrey Okudah and Wesley May. Here is our schedule going into new season 2020. We kick things off against Arizona State, Notre Dame, and Northwestern to start off the season. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button and subscribe if you are brand new. We're going to change this series up just a little bit. So now, between games, we're going to be going more in depth into recruiting, into stats, looking at different awards that our players might be up for. We're going to call it the Buckeye Dynasty. It's going to be a podcast, probably about 5 to 6 minutes long each video, just going in depth into recruiting, showing you the recruiting board more, and show you the prospects that we're looking at throughout the season. If there's anything that you guys want to see more of, make sure you drop comments down below. I love hearing from you guys. And also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram for breaking news on the channel and in the Dynasty. If we sign a prospect off jump, I'm going to be posting their picture on the Instagram page at Big C Got Game. So make sure you guys come through, check it out. It's going to be fun. We're going to change things up a little bit. If you guys have any suggestions, I would love to hear from you, okay? Like I said, drop comments down below, and I will get with you guys in the comments, all right? Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm going to check you guys out in the next video. 2 fingers in the air. Peace.